Hi guys, I'm going to teach you how you can create a really nice pipeline inside the Opportunities tab so that you can basically organize your customers in a way that shows you where their intent is at and where, or give you ideas on how you can approach them. So basically we are going to create this whole pipeline here, and this is what it looks like inside when you go to create your pipeline. This is how it is going to look like. So you're going to have all of these stages in your pipeline. Of course, it depends on your business, but we're going to do all of this from scratch. So let's get started. So I'm in the Opportunities tab, and I'm going to go to. So let's get started. I'm in the Opportunities tab, and I'm going to go to Create Pipeline. So you choose whatever name you want to add there. So first, I like to start with New Lead. So whenever a lead comes in, that's where they go. And then, as you saw, I also like to add emojis. The next one would be Initiate Contact, because sometimes we don't send them any messages until during work, until it's working hours, because some of them come in at midnight or 3-4 in the morning. So we put them there so that we know that they are being sent messages. The next one is we go to Responded. So this would be kind of like a hot lead. You can also add here clicked on the trigger link, or you can create a separate stage for that. And then you can do, maybe you can do follow-up A1. So if your service is sales heavy, you have a sales team, then you can, you can keep it organized like this, and then you can put it as booked appointment. We like to send them reminders, and we like to make them because if it's a free appointment, then we want to make sure that they are indeed committed. So we ask them to confirm. So we put them here, and then we do maybe a cancel or a no-show. So there. And then I had when we do nurture. So if they completely ghost, then we put them in the nurture, and then we put them here in the no response to know, so that we can annoy them further. No, just kidding. So yeah, and then we can put, client 1. So, I mean, for me, I just like to keep track of that, because for my customer, so that I know that not only did they come to the appointment, but my customer is also able to sell them on the package. So then the name that we can put is, I don't know, best. So we save that. So now it shows up here, and this is it. Whoops. So there it is. And then we go, so we want to see how it looks like. Click here, and we go test pipeline. So this is our beautiful pipeline. So the next thing that you would want to do is create the automations for this. So remembering kind of the stages that we had, and we're going to create a pipeline, and we're going to get them to automatically move along this pipeline using our workflow. So the first stage in the pipeline was new lead, right? So the first thing, so depending where your leads are coming from, our leads come from this Facebook form. So I don't have any this is my page and I don't do any ads. So, but anyway, you would choose there which Facebook form. Then the next thing that you can do, or that I do, is I add a tag so that I know where, or I guess, yeah, which Facebook form they came in from. And then I can organize them using that. So let's say we go Facebook form November 2024. So this gonna pop up this add new tag. So that's how you add the tag there. And then you save the action. So you can also put the name here, Facebook November 24 leads. The next thing that you can do is I like to assign to the user so that they get the notification. So we can put that so they will get the notification, or like it'll, follow the user as the contact kind of changes. It'll, always kind of notify the user. Or you can send an internal notification to your user. You can also send it by email or SMS, but for me, it's usually okay. And then you can say, new lead came in. Hey, new lead. And then you have to here choose this, right, where you want them to, after they receive the notification, where you want them to go. So I like to go to opportunity, or it can also be conversation. But because it's a new lead, we just do conversation. So then we have to go here, particular user, or you can do all users, or you can do user assigned to the contact, and then you save. And then we need to move them to the next stage of the pipeline. So we're going to create or update the opportunity, and our pipeline was test. So this is where, sorry, not the next stage, but the first stage, which is the new lead. And then you can just choose from here the contact full name or first name. And this stuff you can just leave empty, or you can put, the source, which depending on, what source. But normally I just leave that blank, and then you can put, how much estimated worth they are, and then you can put as open or just leave it as blank. So that's going to make sure that the new lead comes in and it's under that first new lead pipeline, right? So now we're going to create the next stage under the workflow, which is going to be called, actually, normally I like to create a new folder, so we can do November leads. We're going to create the folder for that, and I'm going to move this to my November leads folder so that I can keep them organized there. And also, if you want to keep them kind of organized so that you can tell which one is at the top, you can just give them a number like that. So then the next one, we would create a new workflow from scratch, and move the lead to the next stage. So the trigger can be any of the actions that were taken in the first workflow. So, but I'm going to do that. I'm going to say the trigger is going to be, remember we added this workflow, these tags, right, to the lead when they came in. So that's going to be that. You can also use, the trigger is, actually no, that's the best trigger. Then we're going to add the contact to the next stage, which is initiate contact. We could just leave everything blank. So the first thing we're going to do is maybe we're going to wait 1 minute because we don't want to be too quick. So we add wait 1 minute, and then we're going to send them the first text message, which is going to be a greeting, and it's going to tell them what we're all about. So we're going to say, hey, we're going to go here and put in their first name. We're going to say, congrats, you're one step closer to your desired self. So let's do an automated SMS reply so that they get sent a link without you doing anything. So if they come in and they want to book a consultation, we don't give them the link right away. We want to check their intent first. So we ask them to reply yes, and then we send them a link through the automation. So you're one step closer to your desired self. And of course, this is going to be very different for you. We can say, please reply with yes, and we'll send your booking link. Okay. So that's the first text. So we can say first text. Because the next thing, if we want to, send them this link without us manually typing it, the next way, and so that the automation will play out, you put wait, and then you do contact reply. So it's going to reply to that first text. Now we can also do, after 1 hour, we can, if they haven't responded, we can either send them another text or we can just repeat the whole process. So after that, you've got that. So what will happen when a contact replies? So we need to add this. So if a contact replies, wait 1 minute. We're going to say if. So this is where we're going to put if the contact replies yes. So the contact replied yes. So we're going to ignore contact replied intent type, and we're just going to put replied message, and then we go contains, and then we can say yes. Some people also put sure. So we're going to put contact replied message contains sure. Okay. So we're going to leave it like that because the next branch is going to be empty. So if anybody now comes in, they say yes, we wait 1 minute. So if they say yes, we wait 1 minute, and then we send them the link. Okay, so this is where, here's the link. And then hopefully you have already saved it as a trigger link. I don't have any trigger links, but it'll pop up there. Save. So after an hour, if they haven't responded, what we can do is send a text message again. And we say, hey, just to remind you that you asked for our calendar, please reply yes, and we'll send it to you. Okay? So basically, we can just copy this whole thing, these actions, and we can paste it here. So if they reply yes, then they will be sent the link. So that's not something that I was thinking I was going to explain, but it's a really, really good feature to use. And then we would call it initiate contact. And then save it again. So I'm sorry if I spell bad. I have really long nails, and the keyboard the key is not there, so sometimes the I gets, we need to put 0.2. I think we need to name it 0.2. So yeah, sometimes we miss the I, but I know how to spell, so don't worry about me if you see any spelling errors with the I missing. It was intentional in a way. So the next one is, what did we say was the next one? Responded. Yeah, so because we want to keep track of them responding so that we know not to send them again these, not to send them the same stuff or to approach them differently. So so this we're going to call responded. And also, this is good to keep track. You want to keep track of the people that responded because you want to send it over to the Facebook API. And that's a whole other video. But yeah, so responded. So now we want to keep track of that. So we would maybe move them to the next stage. So we would do create. The trigger would be that the contact replied, right? So then we would say replied. So customer replied, and then we put, where did they reply? So they replied here, this workflow, they replied yes, right? Is there any, well, we can just leave it like that. If you had different, phrases that they replied with, then you can add here what they replied with, but I would leave it like that. So then if they replied, we're going to put them in the next, the responded stage. So we're going to here create or update. Basically, we're updating the opportunity inside our test pipeline, and then we're just going to leave it at that blank. So what that does is it's going to move that to the next stage. And then to keep them in the workflow, as I was building this, I realized that we want to keep them in there because we want to track. Because sometimes, for example, if you want to see if they booked an appointment and they confirmed their appointment, we want them to stay here so that we know that they've already responded, so that we don't continue to send them messages. the same messages over and over again. So there's that. The next, what was the next one? I think. So if you want to check, what's next, let's go back to the opportunities. And the next one was the follow up. So this thing, I don't use this actually. I should probably not have added this, but I don't use this. This is maybe for if you have a team, and you need to check, which day, to keep track of how many times you've um, tried to contact the the contact. But yeah, I don't use that. So I am going to, oops, I'm going to skip it, and I'm going to create a booked appointment. Unless you want me to build it, let me know in the comments. So that's maybe a separate video that I can create. But now, I think that this would be a lot more helpful, which is the booked appointment automation or workflow, because the way that I have found works best. You'll watch YouTubers and they're going to simplify this, but I'm not going to simplify it. I'm going to show you from scratch what is the best booked appointment and reminders workflow. Keep it all in one workflow instead of separating it. And then also, I'm going to show you why I was talking about, keeping the contacts in the responded workflow for a few days. So the trigger here is going to be that they booked an appointment. So from that link that we sent them after they said yes, so in calendar, and just choose whatever, the calendar that you use. So if they booked an appointment, maybe we'll put them in the pipeline stage of booked appointment, right? Right here, booked appointment. But before that, depending on how you want to organize, since I like to add that they booked the appointment, so I just put, booked appointment, because then I know, then I can kind of, keep them organized and knowing, how good of a lead this is. And so then, so they come in, so this gets moved over to the booked appointments. Now they've booked appointments. But the next thing that we want to do is we want to send them, confirmation first, right? So we want to maybe send them confirmation, email confirmation, and say, hey, congrats. So you just put your whoever you're sending it from, and in the subject line, you just say, hey, congrats. Here are the details of your appointment. And then you can use your custom values to do that. So usually we can do start date. And then the next one, we can do start time. And then add whatever you would like there. And save. And then I also like to send them a text message, just for fun. And you just say, hey, name, congrats, just the same thing. Here's your appointment details. And then you just do the exact same thing that we just did. Save action. So Sometimes I like to wait maybe a couple of minutes before. So let's say we're going to wait 2 minutes before we send them the information. And this advanced window, this is so that you send them, during work hours and not during ungodly hours. So we want to save because we don't want to lose our work. Then I like to keep all in the reminders as well in the same pipeline. So that's why I call it booked appointment plus reminders. And also I like to ask for confirmation that they will show up to their appointment if it's a free appointment. Because we also like to tell them that if they don't make their appointment, then they will have to pay for the next appointment. So maybe let's so the next thing that we would do is, maybe we want to send them a reminder a day before the appointment, right? So then we go time delay, we wait for event/appointment time, and then we have months, days, hours. So I'm going to say one day before, we're going to ask them to, let's say 12 hours before, I'm going to ask them in a text and email to confirm that they are indeed going to show up to their appointment. So after 12 hours, we ask them for confirmation. So we're going to do what we did earlier and use the contact reply. But first, we're going to send them a text message, right? We're going to say, hey, required action. What is it? Required action. Okay. Reply yes. If you want to keep your appointment for tomorrow or below, and then you can, put in the when is the appointment, so start date time. And so that's that, right? So we're going to ask for appointment confirmation. Okay. So then now we need to do an if else, because we ask them to reply yes if they do come in. I mean, if they do are planning, if they are going to. Now, the next step is that you're going to wait for the contact to reply, right? So wait, contact reply, and then you choose the exact same text message that they're going to reply to. And normally I do a timeout and I say, after an hour, I'm going to reach out to them again if they haven't. So now we wait, right, for contact to reply, and then under here, we're going to add a if else condition. So we're going to say, if they did reply with yes, so we're going to choose the workflow, contact reply, and then we're going to choose reply to message contains, because we asked them to say yes. So another way that I've done this also is, again, some of them will say, reply to message. Contact reply. Some of them will say, sure. So we'll say sure, but if they say sure, it's kind of a no, but we'll add it anyway. So if they reply yes, now we need to, what is the next action after this? Reply yes. So now we're going to say SMS, and we're going to say, thank you for confirming. We look forward to seeing you. Okay. So now, sorry, I have long nails. So, okay, now we have to be very careful because if they, why do we have to be careful? So then they've confirmed, so everything is good, and maybe, then we'll wait an hour before their appointment, just to remind them again that they have an appointment in an hour. So we're going to send a message and say, quick reminder, your appointment is in 1 hour. Okay, so all good there, right? Now, for us, if they don't respond, we cancel. So we also say that in the SMS, but I'm not going to say it now. But if they don't respond, so yeah, we wait, and the contact doesn't respond after an hour, you can either wait longer or you can just send them a message again to remind them and say, hey, what did we ask? Oh, yeah. Wait, no, what did we ask? Ask for appointment confirmation. Required action. Yeah, we're just going to say the same thing. Reply yes to confirm your appointment. Let me say, if we don't receive your confirmation, we will cancel your appointment. Okay? So that's after 60 minutes. So now we basically need to copy what we did before, right? So we're gonna, again, I mean, there's different ways that you can do this, but this is the way that I'm going to do it. So now, we wait again, right? I'm pretty sure maybe there's like another way to do this, but we're going to, well, there is, but for some reason this is the way that comes better for me. Okay, well, I didn't name the SMS, but basically we know that it's this one, right? So we wait for them to respond. So I'm going to say wait for reply. So this one took 60 minutes, maybe. We will time out again. So we're going to wait for reply. And then, yeah, we can just copy this thing here. Copy action. So if they say yes, we, again, right, we're just going to copy everything from here as well. So copy. Oh, wait, no. Sorry. So we're going to copy all actions. Copy all actions from here, and then we're going to do that. So now, if they don't respond after 60 minutes, we're going to wait again, and we're going to wait for maybe like 25 minutes. Or should we do the text message? No, sorry. Okay, so if it times out, we're gonna wait for like 25 minutes before their appointment, and if they still haven't responded, we're going to cancel the appointment. So this is why we need to keep, every time that they say yes, we put them in the hot lead or response stage, because now we're going to do an if else, and if they have responded, meaning if they are under the do contact reply. If they responded, so this time we're going to actually, now this time we're going to put them in contact active in another workflow. If they're active in the hot lead, the responded hot lead, then we're gonna just remind them of their appointment, or yeah, we're just gonna allow the appointment to go. If they did not reply if they did not confirm, right? So it's confirmed appointment and not confirmed appointment. So if they didn't confirm, then they weren't active in not active in the hot lead, right? So if they're not active in there, then we know that they never responded. So here we're going to do the same thing as we did there, which is to wait, or no, just that's it. Like, they joined the call. And if they never responded, then we are going to cancel the appointment. So we're going to go here, and we're going to go to appointment. Oops. Update appointment status, and then we're going to go to canceled. And then you can create another stage. So this is getting way too long, but this is basically how you do it. And I'm going to stop there, and I hope that this was helpful. Like and subscribe. See ya.